Good morning, children. Class 7. Yesterday we started chapter number 11, transportation in animals and in plants. So we discussed about the circulatory system. Circulatory system consists of blood and blood vessels. Blood vessels we discussed that are the arteries, veins, and capillaries. These are the three blood vessels that we have read about. Arteries carry oxygen rich blood, veins carry carbon dioxide rich blood, and capillaries join up to form veins which empty into the heart. So till here we have discussed. Now today we are going to start with another part of our circulatory system, that is heart, which is very, very important organ of our body. Heart, what is it? So we have to read about heart first of all. What is its function? What is a heartbeat? So all that things we are going to study about the heart. So Zikra, I want you to continue reading from this part, heart.
Okay, ma'am. The heart is an organ which beats continuously to act as a pump for the transport of blood, which carries other substances with it. Imagine a pump working for years without stopping. Absolutely impossible. Yet our heart works like a pump non-stop. Let us learn about the heart. The heart is located in the chest cavity with its lower tip slightly tilted towards the left. Hold your finger inwards your palm. That makes your fist. Your heart is roughly the size of your fist. What will happen if the blood rich in oxygen and the
Okay,
blood
beta.
rich
So
in
what
carbon?
is the size of the heart? Size of heart is like a fist. Make your fist अपनी मुट्ठी बनाइए. That is the size of our fist, and that is located. This is the size of our heart. Exactly, this is the size of a fist, and this is the size of our heart. So, children, heart is located in the chest cavity. Small bit, it is tilted towards left only. That's why it is said that heart is on the left side, but small bit it is tilted towards left. Otherwise, it is in the center of the chest cavity. Okay. Continue, beta. Continue, Zikra. After that, I'll explain. Continue, Zikra.
What will happen if the blood rich in oxygen and the blood rich in carbon dioxide with each other? To avoid this from happening, the heart has chambers. The two upper chambers are called the atria, singular atria, and the two lower chambers are called ventricles. The partition between the chambers helps to avoid mixing up blood rich in oxygen with the blood rich in carbon dioxide. To
Okay, beta. Thank
understand
you.
the process,
Okay, beta. So, children, the diagram of heart is clearly visible. That is in front of you. See how many chambers the heart has. Heart has total 4 chambers. Upper 2 chambers are known as atrium. This is chamber number 1, upper chamber. This one and this one. These 2 chambers are known as atrium. And these 2 chambers, these are known as ventricles, or we can divide it. You can see this chamber is known as right atrium and the lower one is known as right ventricle. Here also this side, this is left atrium and this is left ventricle. Okay, so total how many chambers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 chambers are there in our heart. And already you have seen the size of heart is like roughly a size of our fist. And it is located on the left side of our chest cavity, small bit tilted. Now there is a partition. So children, this is a partition. I think you are able to see the partition between the atrium. This is a partition, you can see. Partition which completely separate 2 halves. Otherwise, there will be a mixing of blood. Okay. To avoid the mixing, there are the partition. And that partition is known as septum. I must say this is known as septum. Kindly write down in your book. This is septum. Okay, this partition, and this partition does not allow both the blood mixed together. इनमें दोनों में जो blood है वो mix नहीं होता है. It avoid mixing. Otherwise, there will be a problem. So children, and there is a color change also. Left atrium and left ventricle are of red color, and this right atrium and right ventricle are of bluish color. There is a reason behind it, because bluish color means they are having carbon dioxide rich blood, and these two are having the oxygen rich blood, and oxygen rich blood is further carried to the other parts of the body, because we need the oxygen to be supplied to all parts of the body. Okay, and yesterday we have read about the pulmonary artery. Children, you know the function of arteries. Arteries carry oxygen rich blood, but here is an exception. This is a pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery का क्या function है? Pulmonary artery carries carbon dioxide rich blood, and here is one more exception, pulmonary vein. Veins, otherwise veins क्या carry करती हैं? Veins carry carbon dioxide rich blood, but here is an exceptional pulmonary vein. It carries oxygen rich blood. Okay, so these are two of the exceptions, so you may mark it. Pulmonary artery and pulmonary veins, they both perform different functions. That this is different from the simple artery and simple vein. So there is a partition to avoid the mixing, and that partition is known as septum. I must say this is a septum. So now to understand the function of the circulatory, start from the right side. Let me tell you the another word diagram. That 11.3 diagram, you can see the direction of the arrows of the blood, that how the blood flows from the heart and again reaches to the heart, and here the blood is pumped. The blood is pumped out, and that blood, when it is pumped out through the arteries, it reaches to the other parts of the body. So this is the function of heart. It pumps the blood, and continuously it is pumping without stopping. It does not stop. Okay? Continuously. Next comes the heartbeat. Okay, Tanvi Bakshi, continue reading.
Okay, ma'am. Heartbeat. The walls of the chambers of the heart are made up of muscles. These muscles contract and relax rhythmically. This rhythmic contraction followed by its relaxation constitutes a heartbeat. Remember that heartbeats continue every moment of our life. If you place your hand on the left side of your chest, you can feel your heartbeat. The doctor feels your heartbeat with the help of an instrument called a stethoscope. A doctor uses a stethoscope as a device to amplify the sound of the heart. It consists of the chest piece that carries a sensitive diaphragm, two earpieces, and a tube joining the parts. Doctors can get clues about the condition of your heart by listening through a stethoscope.
Okay,
Let us
beta.
construct.
Thank you. So children, there may be a question, 2 or 3 questions can be there. What is the function of stethoscope? Why doctor uses the stethoscope? Because this is a device to amplify the sound of heart. You can also feel you place your hand on the chest cavity where the heart is there. You are able to hear this sound, rhythmic sound of contraction and relaxation. But doctor want to listen the amplified sound with the help of a stethoscope. So that's why the doctor uses the stethoscope, and it has 3 pieces. One chest piece, other is a tube, and next is a earpiece. 3 things are there. So once this question was also there for labeling the diagram, so you should know how to label this diagram. And children, you can make your own stethoscope by activity 11.2. And Nishchajan and one more of the child has made their own stethoscope. There is without any cost. Only a small funnel is required, a rubber sheet and a tube is required. That's it. That will be enough and you can make your own stethoscope, and children, you can listen your own heartbeat, and rarely you will feel that it amplifies the sound. The sound get amplified. You will get much of the sound, amplified sound. Okay, so you try to make it your own stethoscope. Okay, children, kindly underline this line also. The rhythmic beating of heart, various chambers of heart maintains the circulation of blood and transport of the substances to different parts of the body. Okay. Now we will discuss something about hydra and sponges. What is hydra and what is sponges? Okay, Abhigyan, continue reading this paragraph. What is hydra and what is sponges? Let's read about it. Abhigyan. Okay, Vedika, you can read.
Yes, ma'am. Bujo wonders if sponges and hydra also have blood. Animals such as sponges and hydra do not possess any circulatory system. The water in which they live brings food and oxygen as it enters their body. The water carries away waste materials and carbon dioxide as it moves out. Thus, these animals do not need a circulatory fluid like the blood.
Okay, beta, this is very, very important. So you may frame one extra question over here. These animals do not have a circulatory fluid like a blood. So how they exist or how they survive in the water? So already we have read that in water in which they live, the water brings food and oxygen, and that enters into their body, and the waste is excreted through the body in the water itself. So they do not need any kind of a circulatory system, or they do not need any kind of the blood. Is it clear? So this is the reason that how hydra and sponges, they exist.